Yo guys, what's going on? It's Killer D here, bringing you a gameplay and commentary. No, I'm just kidding. We have a dual com going on, and we're gonna have a gameplay playing in the back. So after the first failed attempt, this is our second go. So I have a special guest with me. So say what up,
What is going on, guys? This is HS Thug Life.
and we're doing a commentary discussing our thoughts and opinions on the PS4 versus the Xbox One. And I think this is a little late for it, but I think it's a good time to bring this video out. You know, everybody's been doing their videos talking about which system is better, which one they're gonna get. So why not we do it? So let's start it off. How about you start it off, man?
Yeah, I mean, they changed up the Xbox One strategy, which is, one of the reasons that we're making the commentary so late because,
Yeah.
each company is coming out with, new different ideas, still up to this point. So the Xbox One originally, you had to have like a connection all the time in order to play, and you only had like a 24-hour window where, if you didn't connect, within 24 hours, you were only allowed to play offline. Like you couldn't get on to play online with anyone. So they pretty much changed that. There's no limitation to offline gaming at all now. And the other thing that I want to mention was that the Xbox One was originally implemented that you weren't allowed to play pre-owned games, and you weren't allowed to play games borrowed from your friends either. And they pretty much changed that, and they said that the pre-owned games will now work just like they do on the Xbox 360, which is a leap forward for Xbox One because of all the negative feedback that they were receiving from their consumers.
Yeah, I remember after the E3 conference when both of the PS4 and Xbox One had their go at showing off their new console. I remember everybody was supporting the PS4 and everybody was just hating and bashing on the Xbox and Microsoft. And I think this is a good step for Microsoft, and they have a better chance of competing with the PS4 because before they had so many factors going against them that everybody was just like, PS4 is the way to go. Xbox isn't doing it this year. So yeah, I think this is good for Xbox. They're actually coming back and putting up a fight against a PS4 because before PS4 was dominating, it was winning by a landslide. So hopefully this evens it out now, and Xbox can get a few more sales out of this.
Yeah, before everything was going well for the PS4, like there was no competition at all, because of all the ideas that they wanted to implement within the Xbox One. They saw that, like all of the stuff that they were really missing compared to the PS4. So they pretty much decided, to change up their strategy a little bit in order to compete, within the market. They're kind of competing in a way, but then again, the PS4, still has like a slight advantage over the Xbox One,
Yeah.
especially considering that it's $100 cheaper.
Yeah, price wise, it's better, but everything else wise, I was reading some articles. I actually have an article pulled up right now. They're both gonna have Blu-ray players. The hard drive is about the same. They both have motion control. One has the Kinect, which is the Microsoft Xbox, and PS4 has the Move controller. They both have the same processor, same RAM, same USB, wireless, HDMI, background downloading. Both can stream, so they're basically the same, but as I was reading in this article, they say that the PS4 games are going to look a little better because the graphics memory is a little better. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but they're basically the same system, but it just depends on what you prefer. If you're an Xbox fanboy and you like support Xbox and you like playing Halo and like Xbox exclusive games, you might want to go with the Xbox. But I mean, if you're looking at the price wise, PS4 is a lot better because it's $100 cheaper, and from what it looks like so far, I think the PS4 still has a slight advantage over Xbox.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both consoles are geared towards, a different market. They're trying to
Yeah,
differentiate themselves while, the Xbox One is, trying to, be the only gadget within our living room. The PS4 is looking to improve upon, the gaming, side of the spectrum. So,
yeah.
both consoles have their ups and downs. A few features that I want to mention about the Xbox One that kind of differentiates them from the PS4 is the fact that you won't really need a remote control to change any channel, to turn your TV on, to change the mode that you're in currently. everything is voice activated. So you say it and it'll do it. You want to change a channel, it'll do it for you. You want to get on your game, it'll do that as well. Aside from that, the other thing that stands out about the Xbox One is the availability of Skype. So now you can have like video calls, through the console. And there's also a feature called the Snap Mode, which allows you to multitask. So say you're watching a movie on Netflix, it'll allow you to have like Skype calls like in like the corner of your movie. So I think that's pretty cool as well. Aside from that, they improved upon the Kinect camera as well, which will pretty much recognize you as a person. So once it recognizes your face, it'll automatically log you into the system. So you don't need to do that manually anymore. So I think, a few features, that are really cool about the Xbox One.
Yeah, those are some convenient features, but I don't know about the voice recognition because, it can be listening to whatever you're saying. So, I mean, I might just be over exaggerating, but it's still a little cool feature. But we'll see how it comes out. I mean, with both of these systems, we don't know how they're going to be until they come out. But we'll just have to see and wait till, they drop and how people react to them. But what else I want to talk about is that Xbox 360 had a huge advantage over PS3. And everybody was just supporting Xbox. And I think it had more sales than... The Xbox had the highest sales for the second generation consoles, Xbox 360. Then second was the Wii, which was surprising, and then PS3 was at last. So PS3 was an underdog coming into the conference this year at E3, and I think they're at the top now because PS4 really surprised everyone with all their features. I mean, they improved their gaming features and they improved their entertainment features with all the communication, their little share button, which I'll go into debt. The little share button is basically you can stream your game and show all your friends. You can communicate and like message and chat with your friends while you're playing a game, and you can go to like digitally download games from the PlayStation Store while you're talking to a friend, and you can be playing a different game in the back. And when it's done downloading, you can just hop on and just hop into a friend's game. And I mean, that's really convenient. So I mean, it's not like the most amazing features, but it's a step up for PlayStation considering the PS3 was pretty bad with all those features.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think one area where, the Xbox 360 had the PS3 beat was, mainly in the multiplayer, mode where, like for Xbox 360, you obviously had to pay like a yearly annual membership fee. As to like the PS3, you really didn't have to. I guess, some people were really uncomfortable paying, the annual fee, to go online. I mean, they already paid for the system, they paid for the game, so why shouldn't they get the multiplayer for free? But like if you compare the Xbox 360 multiplayer to the PS3, the Xbox 360 just blew out the competition. That's why you mentioned the sales numbers, and that's why Xbox 360 was on top and the PS3 was all the way at the bottom. But now because of the strategy that the Xbox One had in the beginning, you just never know as to like what other expensive accessories or games or map packs or anything that they'll make in order to generate more profit, because they came out with an idea, the consumers obviously had a negative aspect towards it, but you just never know how many more things they will change once you actually purchase the product. Because once you purchased it, there's no retaliating, because you've already paid money for it. So you pretty much have no choice at that, point.
Yeah, both companies want your money, but depending on what you want to, do with the systems, if you're an Xbox exclusive guy and you like Halo and Gears of War and those kind of games, you could stick with the Xbox, but I don't know what they're going to do with all those fees. And another thing I want to point out is that now for PS4, you have to pay also to play online. But I think overall it's cheaper than Xbox. And a cool thing that PlayStation is doing is when you get your subscription for the online, they give you a free game you can download every month. So it can be like any new game that comes out or anything that's in the PlayStation Store, which is pretty cool. And, they're giving back to the community, even though their online wasn't that amazing for PS3, which I think is pretty good for Sony. And, so I think that's it. That's all I want to talk about. So I think I'm leaning towards the PS4, so I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the PS4, being a Sony PlayStation fanboy, for years, with the PS1, PS2, PS3, I'm definitely still considering the PS4, even though last year I had a tough time deciding between the Xbox 360 and the PS3 because the Xbox 360 features stood out a lot more than the PS3's. But, if Xbox One had improved upon their features, with their new generation consoles, I might have considered the Xbox One over the PS4, but it doesn't seem to be that way anymore.
Yeah, when I first heard about both of the systems, I was leaning towards Xbox because PS3 was kind of wasn't that
It
amazing.
was pretty much a step back from the
Yeah,
Xbox 360. But now if you compare them side to side, the PS4 is definitely,
yeah,
is not
definitely is.
only cheaper, but, it matches with, all the features which are available on the Xbox One. And,
Yeah,
it does it, in my belief, I think it does it a little better.
yeah, same here. I think PS4 they have the same features, but with all that stuff included, PS4 does everything a lot better than Xbox. So yeah, I'm done here. I'm done talking about everything. I think PS4 will dominate, but we'll have to see when the consoles come out. So
Yeah, when the consoles are actually ever come out and, people are actually testing them to see, which one is better, go into your local Toys R Us and test them out, see which one you like, I guess,
Toys
right?
R Us. All right, guys. So I think we're done here. So thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.